out again for another video. It's officially spring now as you're watching this, which means the weather's going to be getting better, the days are going to be getting longer, summer will soon be here. I'm just so excited for the good weather again because it's been grey and cloudy and rainy for way too long, and I'm so looking forward to the spring weather. And also there's Easter around the corner too, which means there's going to be lots of chocolate about, and I just love this time of year when like all the flowers and everything starts coming out and it just looks really pretty out and about as well. So I thought that today would be the perfect time to do a spring makeup tutorial, as it's now, I think, the second day into spring, I believe, and I'm going to be creating quite a sort of just fresh, neutral, everyday spring look today. So I hope you enjoy this video and let's get straight into the makeup. Just gonna tie my hair up quickly before I start. Not the best ponytail, but at least my hair's out my face. So I'm going to start by using my trusty everyday Kiko Liquid Skin Second Skin Foundation, which is the one that you'll definitely have seen me use before because I use it all of the time. I love it for an everyday go-to. I'm just going to take the little tool that it comes with and just dot this all over my face. I'm now just going to take a damp beauty blender to blend this in. Let me know what your Easter plans are and things down below in the comments. I'd love to hear what people are doing at Easter and what are your family traditions and stuff at Easter, and what do you love about this time of year as well, about springtime, and if you're excited for the better weather like I am. Literally, I just feel like winter this year has lasted longer than ever. I love it in the build up to Christmas when it's all festive and everyone's in such a great mood and you've got all your warming drinks and hot chocolates and all the Christmas markets and it feels all very festive. But then after Christmas, the winter just drags on and the weather is just cold and grey and dark for way too long. So now that's my foundation done, I'm going to take the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I honestly love this concealer. I've only recently started using it, but definitely get your hands on one if you can because it's so cheap and so amazing. You've probably heard a lot about it already because everyone was just raving on about it, and that's what kind of made me buy it. I was like, you know what, if I don't like it at the end of the day, it really didn't cost much. It's like £4 or £5 or something ridiculously cheap, but it's honestly so good. It's become like my everyday go-to concealer. So I've just put that under my eyes either side in a triangular shape, and then I'm now just going to use a little triangular sponge to blend this in. It honestly gives such amazing coverage and I just honestly love it. I can't even tell you how much I am loving this concealer right now. Literally, it took me a good few shops to try and get one because everywhere was selling out of it or they didn't have my shade. Oh yeah, by the way, I've got mine in the shade C4. I forgot to mention that. Also, just remembered I didn't mention the shade of my Kiko foundation. I used the one in the shade Cool Rose number 20. I'll be sure to leave all links down below anyway in the description to all the products that I've used and the shades as well. I'm now just going to take my trusty Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, which I always use, and this one is in the shade Silky Beige, which is number 5. I'm just going to dust this all over my face using a big brush. Just literally dust it everywhere to help set my foundation and my concealer and make it last a little bit longer. I'm now going to use my NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette, and I'm going to use this brown shade here and apply it using the Real Techniques. Which one's this? This is the contour brush, and I am just going to apply a bit of this under my cheekbones either side. And then I'm now also just going to apply some along my forehead. And then a little bit down either side of my nose as well. And finally I'm going to apply some under my chin along my jawline. Okay, I'm now going to take the yellowy kind of shade from this same palette, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this sort of above my cheekbone and under my eyes either side. and then a little bit on my chin and down the centre of my nose, and then also a bit to the centre of my forehead. And then now finally from this palette I'm going to be taking this pinky shade here, and this I'm going to apply to the same areas that I've just applied the yellow shade to, but sort of a smaller area, so right in the centre of the areas where I've just put the yellow. I'm next going to be using the Tanya Burr Cosmetics Peachy Glow Cheek Palette, and from this I'm going to be taking the bronzer, which is in the shade Beach Bronze. I'm using, again, a Real Techniques brush, and this one is the buffing brush. I'm just going to take a dusting of bronzer and sort of just put it under my cheeks, and then also around the side of my face here in a 3 kind of shape. As I'm speaking about nicer weather and the weather getting better, there's a little bit of sun making an appearance, although it's still pretty cloudy out, but a little bit's better than nothing, I'm not going to complain. I'm now also going to take the blush from this palette, which is called Apricot Flush, and this is such a beautiful blush shade. It's a very sort of pastely paley pinky kind of colour. It's a very spring-like colour. It's perfect for this time of year, just to give you that little bit of extra colour to your cheeks. I'm using this kind of shape brush to apply this. I don't actually know where I got this from. It's just some random brush that came as part of a set that someone got me as a Christmas present actually once, so I don't actually know where it's from, but going for this shape and style of brush. Now for eyebrows, I'm of course going to be using my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade number 2, which is Blonde. This is like, again, my go-to eyebrow product, honestly. It is great. It gives such sort of a natural kind of filling in of your brows. If you want a more dramatic effect, then I'd go for one of their different brow products, but this one is great for an everyday, very natural looking brow. Because the applicator is very thin, it can easily mimic just sort of the natural hairs of your brows, which is really good, but just adds a little bit of shape and definition. Just before I start applying some eyeshadow, I'm going to prime my eyes with the NYX HD eyeshadow base. So I'm just going to take the little applicator that it comes with and put a little bit on either of my lids. And then I am just going to use my finger to blend this out. For my eyes, I'm going to be using a mixture of the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette and then also my Morphe 350 palette. Both of these have some amazing shades in here. I'm going to start with the Morphe palette, and I am going to take this very pale kind of white creamy shade right up at the top of the palette. I'm going to apply this all over my eyelid, again using a Real Techniques brush I have from their eye collection now, and this is the medium shadow brush. I'm now going to take the shade that's next to that one, so this slightly darker neutral here, and I'm going to apply this to the outer corner of my eye and partly along my crease as well. And now I'm using the Real Techniques shading brush. I'm now switching over to the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette, and I'm going to take the shade Instinct, which is this kind of purpley, pinky, neutrally shade here, and I'm going to apply this using the Real Techniques crease brush, and I am just going to apply this to my kind of outer crease of my eyelid. Then I'm also now with this one just going to bring it round under the outer corner of my lower lash line as well. And now, of course, importantly, I'm going to blend it out, and I'm just using the NYX brush for this. I can't remember what this brush is actually called. It doesn't say on it. Oh, it's got a number. It's number 16. I'll leave a little link to it down below in the description so you can see which one it is. I was debating whether to go for this or not because eyeliner is not my strength, and it sometimes either goes quite well or it just goes complete disaster. But you know what, I've decided today I'm going to brave it, and I'm going to use the Sephora Fine Line Waterproof Eyeliner, which is 24-hour felt eyeliner. I might regret this decision, but you know what? We're gonna go with it today. At least this one, what I really like, has got such a fine tip, so it does make it easier for applying. That's one eye done. Now it's trying to get it even on the other one. My problem is my eyelid always like shakes so much when I'm trying to put eyeliner on. I think that's why I find it so hard. But I've done one eye. Time to try and do the other one the same now. That's always the hardest part. Well, I managed to get it more or less even. I'm just gonna leave it there because I know if I keep messing around with it, it's just gonna go wrong and it's just really not gonna work out well. Like, that will do. I'm happy with how it is. It's more or less even. I know it's not quite, but it will do. I had to do this second one off camera. It was just too much pressure doing it on the camera, and also this mirror at this angle just wasn't working for me, so I had to use the bathroom one. Before I apply mascara, I'm now just gonna quickly curl my eyelashes. Definitely would recommend you do this. I only curl my top ones. Of course, some people do also curl their bottom, but I just go for the top. I never used to do this, and I used to be really scared of my lash curler. It just looks like a really scary kind of contraption. But honestly, it makes such a difference, and you can get a decent eyelash curler fairly cheap, so I would highly recommend that you do it. The mascara I'm going to be using is the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara, which again is my like favourite everyday go-to kind of mascara. And I'm just going to apply 2 layers of this to my top eyelashes, and then we've got a little hair in the way, and then 1 layer of this to my bottom eyelashes. For highlight, I'm now going to be using the H&M highlight palette, and I'm going to be taking the sort of peachy orange shade, and I'm going to apply this using a fan brush. This is actually one from the Body Shop. And with this, I'm just going to put a little bit along my cheekbones either side, and then just put a teeny bit on my nose and my cupid's bow, and a teeny bit on my chin, and then the centre of my forehead as well. And then I'm going to finally finish by coming round down my eyes back onto my cheekbones. I feel like on your cheeks, you can never have too much highlighter. That's where I always apply the most. Maybe go a little bit overboard sometimes. I think the peachy shade from this palette just gives a really nice sort of subtle everyday kind of glow, and then the pinker shade I would recommend for more a dramatic look, because this one definitely gives a brighter shine, but I love the peachy one just for during the day. Finally, to finish off the look, I'm going to be using a very sort of neutral lip colour, and I'm actually going to be using the Kylie Jenner Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Candy K, which is a recent purchase of mine. I'm loving it. Such a great everyday neutral, and I feel like really just is a great shade for this spring kind of look, just to give a nice finishing touch on the lips. But as you can see, it's a very neutral nude shade, which I think works really well with this eye look, as well as very similar shades on the eyes. Also, this smells incredible, this one in particular. I don't know what the scent is, but if someone knows, or if it's supposed to be scented a certain way, please let me know, because it does honestly smell amazing. Little tip, always when you apply lipstick, go like that on your finger, and it removes any from the inside that would have otherwise ended up on your teeth. I found that out online somewhere, and since I found that out, I've always been doing it, and it always works without fail. That's my finished spring makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you did by smashing that big thumbs up. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you give this look a go. And be sure to click the little red subscribe button down below if you're new to my channel. I'd love if you could do that, and I'd really appreciate it. So it'd be amazing if you could give that a click, as well as the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload. And I don't know if YouTube's sorted it yet or not, but there were quite a few problems with videos not popping up in subscriptions boxes, so that way it just ensures that you see whenever I post a new video. In case you are new to my channel, I upload every Wednesday and Sunday at 4 PM UK time, and I'll be sure to see you on Sunday with a brand new video. Bye!